మేడం వీ కాంట్ హియర్ యూ, మీరు మ్యూట్లో ఉన్నారు, అన్మ్యూట్ చేసుకోండి.
Welcome to Atal Tinkering Lab's Way to Innovation Nirman online sessions. Every Tuesday, we are organizing these sessions to equip with proper skills to all the Atal teachers and students. Today, we are here with another creative activity. Last week, we have celebrated an important festival of our state. What is that? Ganesh Chaturthi. సో గణేష్ చతుర్థి పండుగ చాలా గ్రేషియస్ గా ఉత్సాహంగా చాలా మంచి సెలబ్రేషన్ చేసుకున్నాం లాస్ట్ వీక్. అలాగే మరి ఈ నిర్మాణ ఆన్లైన్ సెషన్స్ ఎవ్రీ ట్యూస్డే వచ్చే ఈ సెషన్స్ లో మనం రకరకాల అటల్ టింకరింగ్ ల్యాబ్స్ కి సంబంధించి ఎక్విప్మెంట్ తోటి ఎలా యాక్టివిటీస్ చేయొచ్చు అనేది నేర్చుకుంటూ ఉన్నాం. మరి ఈ రోజు మరొక వినూత్నమైన యాక్టివిటీ తోటి మీ ముందుకు వచ్చాం. ఈ రోజు మనకి లార్డ్ గణేష్ అని మనం పేపర్ ఫోల్డింగ్ తో ఎలా చేయొచ్చు, అలాగే మనకి టింకర్ క్యాడ్ లో 3D ప్రింటర్ లో మనం లార్డ్ గణేష్ అని ఎలాగా డిజైన్ చేయొచ్చు. సో ఈ పార్ట్ అంతా ఇవాళ నేర్చుకుందాం. అండ్ ఈ పార్ట్ ద్వారా మనం ట్రెడిషనల్ క్రాఫ్ట్ మ్యాన్షిప్ ఫన్ కూడా ఉంటుంది, అలాగే కోడింగ్ కూడా నేర్చుకుంటారు. యూ కెన్ లెర్న్ మల్టీ. ఐ ఇన్వైట్ ఆల్ ద ఆఫ్ అటల్ టింకరింగ్ ల్యాబ్స్ టు be with us and do practically whenever the time is possible or now at your convenience. Thank you all for joining this meeting. Handing over to our Vigyan Ashram technical for leading through.
Good afternoon.
సో అందరికీ నమస్కారం అండి. ఈ రోజు మనం విజ్ఞాన పూణే నుంచి కిషోర్ గైక్వాడ్ గారు సెషన్ తీసుకుంటున్నారు. సో ఓవర్ టు కిషోర్ గైక్వాడ్ సార్.
Good afternoon and thank you very much for introducing me and introducing about today's session. As you have all heard from Madhavilatha madam that we are going to make a Ganesha paper craft Ganesha, Lord Ganesha, using 3D design application as well as some of the paper folding application that we have already learned few months back. However, we are going to use this as a tool to use convert the 3D design into 2D design and make Ganesha out of it. One thing that I wanted to also make you can make a note of that you can use 3D printing out of that 3D design to print that Ganesha. Best way is, you can also use paper crafting like this. So I'm going to start sharing my screen and you please let me know once you're able to see the screen. Just give me a second here. Are you able to see my screen? I hope so. And
సో అందరికి సార్ షేర్ చేసిన స్క్రీన్ కనిపిస్తుంది అనుకుంటా. అక్కడ గణేశుడు కనిపిస్తున్నారు కదా, ఒకసారి అందరూ చూడండి పేపర్ క్రాఫ్ట్ తో చేసిన గణేశుడిని.
So we are going to make a Ganesha like this, a very basic shapes, using very basic shapes from Tinkercad like hexagon, a cube, a triangular pyramid. You can use any shape of your choice, maybe a truncated prism or a cylinder. I will show you some of the different designs that we have made. Today primarily we are going to make Ganesha like this, and what we are going to use is basically we are going to use Tinkercad and a software called as Pepakura. I'm going to pause here, or you can also pause this video later and scan this QR code to download the Pepakura folding software that you need for this activity. Okay. Next is, there are two templates. We have already provided you a template for this Ganesha you can scan this QR code and download the template for this Ganesha. Though we are going to teach you to create your own template. So today we are going to help you learn how to create a paper template for this by yourself. However, we are going to give you a link also in case you want to try this Ganesha and you want to make your own Ganesha also later. I would be really happy to see that. And there is another Ganesha that we have designed little differently. Size is different. I mean, some features are same, but shape is different. Here you can see there is a truncated prism as the body of Ganesha here, wherein we have used a hexagon here as a body. Some parts are different. The crown is different here, where this Ganesha has a pyramid as a crown. So you can choose which one to use. So there is a link to download template for this Ganesha, and there is a link to download template for this Ganesha. So there are two templates that we are giving. Along with that, we are also going to teach you how to make your own design. Okay, except this red circle chakra or these ears and hands. We are going to give you the ready-made template for all this also. But you can design this at least 3D shapes and convert that into 2D layout using this Pepakura software. So I'm going to switch my window to another. I'll rather share my screen like this. Just a second. Okay. So I will just going to show you basic shapes that we have used. I'm going to tell you how to design this also, or take what dimensions. You can use these different shapes like hexagon, cube, pyramid, or you can use a triangular prism, or you can truncate it. Like, for example, I believe you are all expert with Tinkercad, so I'm not going to cover that part. But what I've done is I've taken a triangular prism, wherein I have cut the top part using a hole, and I've grouped them to make it truncated like this. And you can place the cube on top of this as a head. But right now, I just wanted to basically brief you about what kind of designs we are going to use. I will rather give you now detailed tutorial for this entire process of designing. No problem about that. So just wait for a minute. Just let me know whether you are able to hear the sound, Venkatesh. Okay.
Yes, sir. Voice is clear.
The audio voice.
Audio is also clear, sir. Video is also good.
In today's session, we are going to learn this audio from the video is clear. This one to make our own. This video's voice is clear. Paper Ganesha.
Not coming, sir.
For which we are going to use different software. I am playing it from video now, Venkatesh. I am not speaking right now. Softwares. First of all, we are going to design this voice. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
In today's session, we are going to learn to make our own paper Ganesha, for which we are going to use different softwares. First of all, we are going to design some primitive shapes of Ganesha using Tinkercad. To make our own paper Ganesha, for which we are going to use different softwares. First of all, we are going to design some primitive shapes of Ganesha using Tinkercad. So go to Google and tinkercad.com, after which you can sign up, log into your account, go to tinkercad.com. Create 3D design, new design. Tinkercad user interface will be opened, and rename the file first of all by some name like Ganesha. And for different body parts of Ganesha, like body, head, and crown, we are going to use different shapes. So for body, designing a body, we are going to use this polygon. We will rotate this polygon in such a way that the flat surface will be rested on the work plane. So we are going to rotate it. Now it is rested on at the apex. So we are going to rotate it again so that the flat surface is rested on the work plane. Now we are going to give specific dimensions so that the Ganesha body will become not too large or not too small. So the width wise and the thickness wise. So for width, we are going to use 120 millimeters, that is 12 centimeters. And for the thickness, that is the depth, we are going to design it 45 millimeters, that is 4.5 centimeters. And height of the body basically is going to be like 40 millimeters. Oh, sorry, rather 90 millimeters, that is 9 centimeters. So this is how the body will look like. It is the hexagon shape. You can use any other like truncated pyramid or truncated prism as a body, depending on your choice. So Venkatesh, you want to translate this for me, or is it okay if you continue?
It's good, sir. Continue.
Okay. We selected the hexagon. For designing
So
the
Tinkercad
head,
open చేసి మీరు అందరూ
we are going to use the cube.
ఓపెన్ చేసి
Sorry, Venkatesh, you are saying something?
Tinkercad ఓపెన్ చేసి అందరూ సార్ చెప్తున్నట్టు చేయండి, సరిపోతుంది. కంటిన్యూస్.
So take a cube and let us specify the dimensions. So since the width of the edge where the head is going to be rested on the top is 60 millimeters. So I'm going to give the width as 60 millimeters for the head, that is 6 centimeters. And we have taken the depth as 45 millimeters for the body. So same depth, 45 millimeters. And the height of the head, let us see. Yeah, that is 45 millimeters. Let us verify. 45 millimeters. Now the height of the head, we are going to design it at 40 millimeters, that is 4 centimeters. We will now align them. We'll place the head on the top of the body. Now, what we will do is we'll select both, either Control A or Shift. Select one object and then Shift. Keep the Shift button pressed and select the other object, or simply select all since there are only 2 objects. Click on Align, and we are going to align of the hexagon. I'm selecting the different edges on which I'm going to basically rest the align the cube on. I'm just verifying right now, and after I verify, yeah. Now the top surface of the cube is rested on the top surface of the on the bottom surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this cube at 90 millimeters. That is the height of the hexagon, right? So what you are going to do is you are going to basically use align as option. You would have placed different objects manually using keypad, that is the left, right, top, down arrow keys. But if you want to precisely place the edge on a particular edge or a surface matching a particular surface, what you can do is you can select those 2 different objects and click on this button that is called as align button. Okay, when you use the align button, you will be able to precisely align the two objects as we can see on the screen here. So now it is perfectly rested, so that we can verify always by orientation whether our dimensions are correct or not, whether Ganesha, all the dimensions of different body parts are proportionate or not. It should not become that head becomes too large as compared to the body and rest of the part. Now we are going to design a crown. So I'm taking a triangular pyramid width 60 millimeters, and then this is going to be 45 millimeters depth. Height I'm going to take approximately 40 millimeters, that is 4 centimeters. Now we are again going to place this crown on the top of the head. Okay, so same thing that we will apply. We will select these two and then use align button. I'm trying here different options to make it align. Sometimes it may not work the first time, right? So you have to just do some trial and error and then place it. Okay. Yeah, at this age I wanted. But now it went inside the cube, which I don't want. And I can't move it because I can't select. So I'm just trying to see whether it is gone inside or not. What I will do is I will redo this and I will shift this prism at the height of 130 millimeters. Okay. So why 130? I'll just share the reason. Because the height of the hexagon is 90 and height of the cube is 40. So 90 plus 40, that is 130 millimeters. So what we are suggesting is basically lift the prism at 130 millimeters before aligning so that it will directly go onto the surface. So that height I am going to place the prism on. Okay. And now I will align. Now it has perfectly rested. Now this shape looks very much proportionate, when it comes to designing Ganesha. So our design is ready. What we are going to do is we are going to export each shape separately as an STL file, not as an entire design. So select first the body and click on the export. You can add the other parts like a round chakra behind the head. Then you can add some parts as the hands, but we are basically suggesting you to draw them or use the template that we have given, because that is little difficult to design. If you are going to not 3D print, then you can definitely design all the parts and use Tinkercad for all. But if you are going to use 3D printing and paper folding later, I am suggesting you don't design other parts because they are very difficult to 3D print and they are very difficult to paper fold also. So right now what we are doing is we are going to export individual parts like the body, the head and the crown separately, as not as the entire figure here, entire design, but selecting one by one we are going to export. And see that the selected shape button is active and you are going to STL Ganesh.stl because the name of the design is Ganesha. I'm going to just select the head and again re-export just the head part. Since the name is same, it is going to be exported as Ganesha.stl, but now Ganesha 1 because it is taking the same name, and the crown again as a Ganesha 2.stl. Now these three files are downloaded into my download folder. However, I'm going to go to my folder and rename them as body, head and crown. I'm going to rename them specifically. So these are all my 3D design STL files which are ready that I'm going to use as input to paper folding and unfolding software that is called Pepakura. We learned it last time. So We are going to use this Pepakura software. If you had already installed as per our previous session, that's fine. If you don't have it installed, what you can do is go to pepakura.com or Pepakura Designer, and then this pepakura.co.jp, you download it from here. Okay, and then either you download, or I'm going to pause it for some time. You can download it from this QR code JP. You download it from here. Okay, and then I'm going to pause it here for some time. You can pause this video later also and scan this QR code to download this software. Either you download, or I'm going to pause it for some time. You can download it from this QR code. Now I'm going to open the software, Pepakura. This is the user interface. This is typical button that it has: file, edit, open, save. And this is the unfolding area. I'm going to open the STL files here using this file open button. Okay, I'm going to go to my folder where I have downloaded these STL files, and I'm going to select body first, select auto detect, whatever it says, no flip, and finish. Okay, now this will show the basic dimensions in OK. Click on page settings and make sure it is a. Now we are going to go to the settings button on the top left, fourth button, and then select the paper size. Before, just verify everything is correct, and then click on the unfold button on the top. So it will be unfolded on A4 pages, but now you can see it is unfolded on 2 A4 pages. We want one design on one page. If this is not able to fit onto one page, we can break this design into multiple parts. Okay, here is the disjoin join button. The third button from the left here, this is join disjoin. What you can use this button is disconnect some of the joints, like I'm going to show. You're going to click that disjoin button and disjoin the shapes. It creates the fold. Another edge we will disjoin. We will disjoin this into 3 pieces, rather 4. As you could see, we disconnected these 2 surfaces. So what it did, it added a flap, so that when you will print, you will have a flap to fold and paste it on this, because this is connected. So since we have broken these 2 surfaces, it has created a flap. So you will find that everywhere, whenever you break or disjoin the edges, it will create the folds or the flaps. Pieces. So the body part has been disjoined into 3 pieces. Select the move button and adjust the parts. So the move button is the this leftmost button. That is the move button. You can move these different shapes, two-dimensional shapes, as per the convenience, as per the A4 size paper. Now once the layout, you try to attempt to fit into one page, but it is not. So 2 A4 pages, and I'm going to save it as, just make sure print settings, you verify. Again, I'm going to go to the settings button and adjust the print setting, because once I'm going to print this on a paper, my lines should be thick enough. So I will select line weight as 9 to 10, and I am going to select print lines clearly, this button, so that when I'm going to print this onto a computer paper, the design will be clear and the lines will be thick enough for someone to cut and fold also. And line thickness or line weight as 9 or 10, and then print clear lines clearly, say OK, and then file, print to PDF, save it as body.pdf. Okay, save it as body.pdf. You are going to use these as templates. on to be printed on the paper. Now, since this is a purchase software, I can save this Pepakura file, but you may not have this as a purchase software, so you cannot save it. So better you don't save it, don't need to save it. I'm not saving it for now. Now open the head part, finish, okay, and then do the same process as unfold. It is unfolded into one A4 size paper. Save it as body head.pdf. You can. Now I'm going to go to this button, fifth from the left here, which is like edit flaps. So I'm going to edit the flaps shapes, basically, not position, shapes, and increase the height of the flap so that it is easy to fold. So instead of 4 or 5 millimeters, I'm going to make it 6 millimeters. Edit the flap size to be 6 millimeters so that the flaps become a little more easy to fold and test. Now move it to a little bit to fit onto A4 size paper. It is easily foldable, so no worry as such. I'm going to save it as head.pdf. And then I'm going to do the same process for the crown, no flip, finish. And then unfold this and print to PDF as crown. Save it as 3 PDF files are saved like this. So you can use the same PDFs to print on color paper. Okay, you can print your own designs like this. You can make your own templates, or what you can do is I will share the template already I have shared in the QR code, but I will just share it quickly here again one more time so that you will know what we have done. Just a second. Just a second. So what we have done is we have taken the same design, except we have used one more software called as Inkscape, which is like a Coral Draw. That Inkscape software is also open source, free software, and very much safe for educational purpose only. They have designed. You can download that software also and add two-dimensional designs like eyes and eyebrows and little kumkum here, or you want to add few more features, like we have designed this also in 2D, like hands and ears, some wheel with some chakra, and the crown also, some design for the crown. And we have also added some two-dimensional legs like this, and ears also we have designed using some shapes. So I'm going to give you, I've already given the QR code to download. If you are interested, some other time, what we can do is we can teach you this particular software that I'm not going to teach you much about that right now, but I will just quickly give you overview of that software. Quick overview, not too much. Okay. So after you design the Pepakura files, you can use this software as a just like a Coral Draw software, and import those PDFs into this Inkscape file and add different 2D shapes like this, from this circles and eyebrows as edges. And you can also add different polygons just like this. I'll just add one quickly, but you don't need to do that right now. Okay, like this you can add always, different polygons. And if I want to say like 3 corner, 4 corner, different polygons you can add, or it can be a shape, a star also. Okay, you can do different shapes. That likewise we have designed all these other parts for Ganesha into this software, but again finally converted everything into a separate PDF, so that the PDF that we are going to ask you to download has everything. Basically, that has the eyes also, as well as these features. So from Tinkercad you designed STL files. From STL files, using Pepakura, you designed these 2D layouts, and you can use Inkscape to design rest of the parts, and make your own template. But if you don't have very much time, at least try doing Tinkercad and Pepakura. For this particular Ganesha, you directly download this template. Only thing that you need to do is you need to print this in color. So I'm going to share that part here in my next
ఏమైంది వీళ్ళకు? ఏమైంది? ఏమైంది ఆగిపోయింది? ఓకే.
సమ్ నెట్ ఇష్యూ వల్ల సార్ లెఫ్ట్ అయ్యారు. సో ఈ లోపు మనం ఏం చేద్దామంటే సిమ్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ప్రతి ఒక్కరు చేయాలి. దానికి ఏఎం వెబ్సైట్ లోకి వెళ్ళి ఎస్ఐఎం అని సిమ్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ అని కొట్టండి. స్కూల్ ఇన్నోవేషన్ మ్యారథాన్. సో స్కూల్ స్కూల్ ఇన్నోవేషన్ మ్యారథాన్ సిమ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ జరుగుతుంది కదా, ప్రతి ఒక్క డిస్ట్రిక్ట్ నుంచి అక్కడ ఉన్న ఏటీఎల్ ల్యాబ్స్ ని అలాగే నాన్ ఏటీఎల్స్ కూడా జాయిన్ అవ్వచ్చు. రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వండి అందరూని. సో మనకి అది www.am వెబ్సైట్ లోకి వెళ్ళగానే స్క్రోల్ అవుతుంది సిమ్ అని. అందరూ రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వాలి. సో ప్లీజ్ అందరూ రిజిస్టర్ అవ్వండి. అట్లాగే సార్ చెప్పింది మీ అందరికీ అర్థమైంది కదా, గణేష్ని ఎలా తయారు చేయాలో థింకర్కాడ్ అండ్ పేపర్కూరా సాఫ్ట్వేర్ యూస్ చేసి. సో ప్రతి ఒక్కరు ఈ సాటర్డే, మళ్ళీ వచ్చే సాటర్డే రిప్లికేట్ చేయండి. డూప్లికేట్ చేసే ప్రాజెక్ట్ అంతా గ్రూప్స్లో మన అందరికీ ఫార్వర్డ్ చేయండి. సో అర్థమైంది కదా? One second, there is some internet issue వల్ల సార్ లెఫ్ట్ అయ్యారు, మళ్ళీ జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు. ఒక నిమిషం.
Hello, am I audible? Sorry, there was some problem with my Zoom. I don't know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shall we continue? The session is another 7-8 minutes left.
You can continue, sir. No problem.
You can print your own designs like this, or else we are going to give you these templates, PDFs to print on color paper. Okay, you can print your own. Now you can do one thing is you can print these 3 pages on the thick paper, color paper like card sheet, or if you have thin paper also, then you have to paste it on another white paper so that you have to make it thick so that it is easy to fold. And this you have to print it on color paper. And if it is this you have to color print. Only thing is, since this is a white A4 size paper, it is going to be thin, not so easy to fold. So you cut another A4 size chart paper and paste it on that, and cut this designs like this. Or else we are going to give you these templates wherein the eyes are also drawn. So you can download the template using this QR code. Use print this colored features onto the white A4 size paper, and since this is a thin paper where there are legs, hands are also designed, you have to paste them on some A4 size chart paper, this template, where there is ears and legs and hands, and then some chakra is there. So you are going to paste it and keep it aside to dry. Now cut this template using scissors. We will first cut the body part, the second piece of the body we are going to cut it now, and we'll keep it aside, the rest of the parts. Okay, now we have cut the body and the head part. Now we are going to cut the crown part. Where there is a solid line, cut. Where there is dotted line, fold. Now we will cut this other parts which are now almost dry. We'll keep them ready. All the parts are ready to be folded and pasted. Now keep all the parts aside and just take the parts to design the body or to fold the body parts. Okay, now take this hexagon, fold it onto that dotted line, fold it inside. You can fold it outside also, no problem. Only thing is the lines will be visible. Keep all the parts folded for the body. Apply paper glue on the flaps. Apply very little, don't apply too much. Since we are going to use the card sheet, it is easy to fold. If you print them on white paper, A4 size paper, it will be very thin and not able to fold properly. Now our head is also folded. We are going to fold and paste the crown. See, in our design, the template that we have given, there are eyes already drawn onto the head using some other software. You can also do it on PowerPoint or something like that, maybe if you want to do. Now all our body, head and crown is ready. Paste the head part onto the top of the body. Apply a little glue, not too much. Align it on the length and width, size, and then apply glue to the crown and put the crown. Now put these two legs, make sure you are pasting them at the center, and then the feet. Okay, now this design part, you can paste it onto the crown like this. Okay, you can draw also if you want to draw a little differently. Now the ears, paste the flaps, fold the flaps on the ears and paste them in this fashion. Now almost ready. We are going to fold the flaps on the hands, apply little glue and paste hands as shown into the video. You can paste left and right hand, you can see very clearly. Okay, you have to paste it on the body. Now the second hand, the right hand, you paste it like this. Make sure you are allowing the glue to dry properly before you don't apply too much of a pressure so that the shapes did not get disturbed or distorted. Almost ready. You can see I'm going to apply some glue on the trunk part and I'm going to paste the trunk onto the face just below the eyes and onto the face very carefully. Now I'm going to apply some glue one side of the front side of the chakra, rather not the back side, because we are going to paste it from the front. So I'm applying very little. Actually, you don't need that much glue. You need very little glue that so that it can be pasted just behind the head. Okay, just apply it very carefully. Don't apply too much of a pressure. Only that much area that you need to apply glue on. Okay, allow it to dry and your Ganesha is ready. Okay, you can verify three-dimensional shapes like hexagon, cube, pyramid. So likewise, you can design anything. Only the reason why we chose Ganesha was this was a festival, and you can design different structures like house or any other shapes. But that's all we had from today's session, and I hope you will enjoy and you will make Ganesha remaining part of the week and send some good photos to your students making Ganesha with complete Ganesha onto WhatsApp groups. Thank you very much. Sorry for the internet disconnectivity in between, and thank you for your patience. Venkatesh, and I'm handing over to Venkatesh.
సో విన్నారు కదా పిల్లలు, చక్కనైన ప్రాజెక్ట్ కిషోర్ గైక్వాడ్ సార్ ఫ్రమ్ పూణే చాలా చక్కగా చెప్పారు. సో మీరందరూ మన టింకర్ క్యాడ్ అండ్ పేపర్కూర సాఫ్ట్వేర్ యూస్ చేసి తప్పకుండా ఇది చేయాలి. సో మర్చిపోద్దు రిప్లికేటెడ్. అట్లాగే మీరు ఇంకా ప్రాజెక్ట్ చేయాలనుకుంటే మన దీక్ష ఏపీ నిర్మాణ్ లెర్నింగ్ టు థింకరింగ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ యూట్యూబ్ లోకి వెళ్ళగానే అందులో చాలా రకాల ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో అవన్నీ మీరు చూసి తయారు చేయాలని కోరుకుంటున్నాము. థ్యాంక్ యూ కిషోర్ గైక్వాడ్ సార్. సో ఇంత చక్కని సెషన్ చెప్పినందుకు. సో మేడం మాధవీలత మేడం ఓకే. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, చాలా చక్కటి సెషన్ చెప్పినందుకు.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
సో సమ్ ఇంటర్నెట్ ఇష్యూ వల్ల కొంచెం బ్రేక్ అయింది.
Hope we'll be all together meet in next Nirman online session. Thank you all for joining this meeting.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. అలాగే సిమ్ రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ కూడా అందరూ చేయండి, స్కూల్ ఇన్నోవేషన్ మ్యారథాన్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.